in the jungle. All my life, yeah, I had to fight. FNG, let's go live tonight. I was born to be a champion. Raised in the jungle. All my life, yeah, I had to fight. FNG, let's go live tonight. You can move on your own. Ouija moves, dancing in the end zone. Crush groove. All we do is get dubs. Hate to lose. We can do this all day. No snooze. Don't get it popping if you saying that you raised in the jungle.
We did it again. Oh, we trying. I forgot to cut that screen off, man. Anyway, what's going on, FNG? As always, your boy, Big Boy Deal, the Browns owner. Glad to see y'all again. On the show tonight, we got my boy, the Steelers owner with the hat. Whatever. Mr. Mike Wright.
Good evening, everybody.
Sir. Yes, sir. And also, we got the triple OG/triple OG, Mr. Tony Tranks, 49ers owner.
Greetings, everyone. Good to be here.
Yes, sir. And we got the guy that's going to be engineering this show in the future, Mr. Hossein. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Hossein, the Raiders owner. Thank you for
What's
being
up, everybody?
on.
How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good. So, of course, as always, and I say it on every show, we have a lot to talk about, but we really do have a lot to talk about.
Multiple weeks. Weeks.
Yes, we're going to be covering weeks 4 through 11. We're going to skim through some stuff, really hit the games that are important. Tranks, like I said before, we're really going to be depending on you for some of these games because I was off for a couple of weeks. The guys that got the W's, you're welcome. But if you want to go over division leaders, you go ahead and start with that. And I'm going to post this link on a Facebook page.
No problem. I think we should include week 12 because looking at the games that haven't been played in week 12, I know we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves, but it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 games that have not been played in week 12. Every other game has been played. So that's 16 out of, that's, how many did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 16. So 10 games have been played.
Okay.
And I think I'm supposed to play my game tonight against the Cardinals. So yeah, I think it's 4 through 12 because a lot of games have been played. So let's go over the league standings. And the last time we were here was week 3. So let's start where we always start. AFC North. We have the Ravens, fresh off suspension.
Right.
Hold on real quick. Hey, Dillard.
Whatever.
Hey, Dillard, give me the...
Yep, I got you.
Fresh off suspension, they are 7-4 and have a 1-game lead in the division. I think they've played one more game than the Bengals. That's why it's they're 7-4, and the Bengals and the Browns are both 5-5. So there's either a bye and plus a game that hasn't been played for the two second place teams. And rounding out the AFC North, we have the Steelers at 2-9. And I've watched several of their games, and a couple of them were close. A couple of them weren't, but a couple of them were close. We have go down to the AFC South. We have the Colts running the division at 6-5, 2 games ahead of the Texans at 4-7. So that division is still within reach for the Texans. The Titans at 2-9, and with the Jaguars rounding out the division at 1-9. Moving on to the AFC East, we have the Bills and Patriots locked in for a tie for first place at 7-4. We have the Jets at 5-6, and we have the Dolphins rounding out that division at 4-7. Moving over to the AFC West, where we have. That
sounds so hard. That sounds good. I'm sorry. Oh, Hossein, you got this job.
We're over here in the AFC West. We have the Chargers at 10-1, reigning FNG champion from season 4, tied with the Broncos at 10-1. So, they actually just recently played. So I'll let you know after we go over that game who actually is lead that division. We have the Chiefs essentially in third place at 6-5, and the Raiders rounding out the division at 2-9. Heading over to the NFC North, we have the Bears at 9-2. I think they're in a really good spot potentially for the number 1 or number 2 seed. We have the Vikings at 6-5 and the Packers at 6-5. They're tied for second place. And rounding out the division, we have the winless Lions at 0-11. Moving on down to the AFC South. Here we have one of the potentials for the first seed with the Falcons. J.D. Lewis, 10-1, just dominating.
Killing.
10-1 first place in the NFC South. We have the Panthers, second place at 6-5. We have the Saints at 2-8, and we have the actually the Buccaneers are in third place at 3-8, and the Saints would be just behind them at 2-8. Going over to the NFC East, we have the Redskins at 7-3. And it's been a rough 7-3 for those guys. Bunch of injuries and stuff. With the Giants at 5-5 in second place, and within spitting distance of the division and the playoff spot. And in every post game with the Giants, they said we're going for the playoffs this year. So I sincerely think that he's going to make his best effort. Cowboys a game behind in third place at 4-6, and the Eagles at running the division out at 3-7. We head out to the NFC West, NFC Best. We have the 9-1 Seahawks, which probably per rank is their number 2 in the chances of the first or second seed. We have the 49ers at 8-2, fresh off a loss. And we have the Rams at 6-4, fresh off their win in third place. We have the Cardinals at 3-7. And that is your FNG standings, Dill.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And
my pleasure, sir.
Yes, sir.
That was my pleasure, sir.
You're welcome, man. I'm trying to figure out what's on Mike right now. So,
he's probably gonna pull up the stats for us.
No, you didn't see that? Yeah, that's a cat.
That's my demon cat.
Yeah, that was kind of scary. Okay.
You gotta have him show you the video where his cat gives him deference with the guy. He bows to him when he comes. Hey, what are you doing? You didn't give me deference. Don't go in that room. He got that cat. He's got that thing.
Turn around.
It's hilarious.
Bow.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
All right. Just going from there, you want to go over stats, Mike?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. So all of these stats are as of the end of week 11. Wait till Hosian gets this up. So these are going to look a little bit different because we've played about half of the games in week 12. But looking at quarterbacks,
I'll catch up eventually.
Yeah, waiting on technology to get there.
Hey, I'll be patient. I'm cool. He doing something I can't do.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Jose.
I am.
Oh man. That is crazy.
All right. So at the end of week 11, Jared Goff was leading quarterbacks with 3,676 yards. Gerald Edwards played his game, moved ahead. TDs was Gerald Edwards with 36. He threw 5 in his last game. So just to add to his lead. And quarterback rating, don't know where this came from, but the Giants' Tim Tebow with 129.5 is the ratings leader.
Crazy. Well, he's 15-6 touchdown to interception ratio, so 70% completion. So he's doing well.
We don't count Josh Kennedy because he only threw 1 pass. So
right.
It's not bad.
All right, Tiger.
So looking at halfbacks,
Got the sound and everything. I love it.
Exactly. Now, of course, Chargers have played their game in Week 12. So Todd Gurley, with 1,607 rushing yards, was leading at the end of the week. Devontae Freeman was leading with 23 touchdowns from the Falcons. J.D. Lewis is just
killing it
on the ground. Put up another touchdown in that game. And
4 fumbles, though.
Yep. And leading the league with carries is that Washington football team's Darius Geis at 188.
Who won't be in next Madden.
Nope, he will not be.
He will not be in next Madden.
Yeah, all right. I'm sorry. Side note. So what happened with him?
Domestic violence incident where he assaulted someone, destroyed a bunch of property. Yeah, he gonna do some time.
Yeah.
Now that's assuming this is all alleged because we don't know what actually happened. But
yeah,
the Washington football team released him almost immediately after it. So that usually tells you, again, it's all alleged, but usually if there's a insurmountable amount of evidence, they just rather let go of him now.
Yep.
Especially with the controversy of the sexual allegations with the Washington football team and the ownership.
Yep.
They got to do the right thing as soon as possible versus doing what they did with a lot of other people. So, I don't see him being in the next Madden at all, not even as a free agent.
Right. Yep. Derrick Henry, Titans played their game this week, so he moved ahead for that. So for wide receivers, even without the Rams playing their game yet, John Ross is leading with 1,866 receiving yards. Also leading with 24 receiving touchdowns.
Beckman's right there.
Beckham's trying, isn't he? The Jets' Robbie Anderson is leading the league with 79 receptions.
Wow.
And played again, so had 9 more receptions in that game, moved him up to 88.
Wow.
I do believe he is the only person on the Jets that knows how to catch a football.
You can say that again.
Right? So for everybody playing the Jets, just cover Robbie Anderson and you got it.
You'll be all right.
Throw 4 guys on him. All right, moving to defense. Trying to get there. We're going to look at interceptions first. Derwin James leading with 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
Leave it to Harris.
Forced fumbles.
Hey, Harris said he's ready to join, Hossein.
Yep. Jamal Adams is leading with 7 forced fumbles.
Wow.
Looking at sacks. At the end of the week was Washington's Montez Sweat.
Oh, wow.
With 22 sacks.
Wow. Eric Wilson and Matt Milano.
Eric Wilson has moved up in his game. All right. So looking at tackles, at the end of the week, Minka Fitzpatrick was leading with 69. The Bears played their game earlier today and moved ahead of them at 71.
Hey, I want an investigation on Harris. I think that's way too many sacks.
Yep. And defensive touchdowns. I don't think this has changed. Nope. The Bills, Ed Reed Jr. and Mr. Dill's Denzel Ward both have 3.
Dude should have been a 49er.
Oh.
Yeah. Looking at kicking. Seattle Shane Graham is 18 out of 18 field goals.
Woo.
Field goals. There we go. Chargers Joey Sly. Again, this is gonna change, but he was 48 out of 50 extra points. Yeah, took 5 more, missed 2 more. Or wait a minute, 48, 55, so that's 7. Yeah. And punting touchdown. The Saint Sam Martin has 8 touchbacks.
Wow.
He's got some leg on him.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go through this one quick. Hossein, you don't have to follow because it's gonna be just back and forth or a bunch of different things. The longest punt goes to the Dolphins, Matt Hack, with 77 yards.
Wow.
The longest field goal is the 49ers, Michael Badgley. He kicked a 59-yarder.
Cheater.
The longest interception, and I think this was in week 3, Cowboys Rod Morgan with 104 yards. The longest rush was the Broncos Philip Lindsay, 99 yards. The longest pass is Gerald Edwards and I'm Slow, also of the Broncos, at 97 yards.
And this jabroni has that guy's number is 54, man. I think he does it just to taunt.
Yeah, he does. The longest kick return is for the Panthers, Brandon Kemp, 102 yards. And the longest punt return is also the Panthers, Brandon Kemp, with 90 yards.
Wow.
And that is our current league leaders.
Mike, the man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. That's real good. And of course, with Hossein in the background doing that.
I know, that's awesome.
As a matter of fact, hey, Hossein, why don't you play one of your games? We can watch it right here. Judge one. All right, so what do you want to talk about next? So I know we were talking about the future Madden.
Well, before we get into that, we haven't done a top 10 in forever.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm sorry. We forgot about covering some of the highlight games, too, from week 4 through 11. My bad. Yep.
Well, it's a lot of games. What are we talking about? 8 games? A lot of games to go over.
So, I was looking at some in week 4. Key games that I seen that were real good was the Broncos beat the Browns, destroyed the Browns, destroyed me 48-20, and then that's when I took my little break.
Sabbatical.
Right, I was about to say that. Right.
He pulled up a hamstring.
Take that break, and then he's like, I can't let Mike beat me, so I'm going to come back and play
right,
that.
Yeah, I came back on Mike, right. Yep, sure did. Then I came, another good game that week, too, was 49ers versus the Rams. You won that by 3, 27-24.
Oh, yeah, they're always close.
Yep, in week 5, like the Falcons gave, loss to the Colts, 24-21. So that's where they got their first loss.
Yeah.
Their only loss, actually. Let's see.
49ers beat the Seahawks that week, too, week 5. 26-25.
Ooh, nice. Yep. All right. Week 6.
Needed that one.
Yeah, that's a good win. Against the champ.
That Baltimore and Arizona game was good, too.
Oh yeah, the Colts. I mean, the Cardinals beating the Ravens that week. He had just got off suspension. That was a big loss that Reggie gave the Ravens week 5.
Yep. In week 6,
Chicago also beat the Chargers that week too.
You ain't gotta mention that.
Is that Harris? What's up, Harris?
Since Harris is here.
Yeah, y'all ain't gotta mention that.
Oh yeah, I did. I watched that game. I did watch that game. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, the Falcons. So I'm missing something. So the Falcons a new owner.
Yes, JD Lewis. He previously had the whatever team signed Mariota to that
He had the
incredible
Colts.
contract.
It was the Colts.
Yeah, and left and came back with the Falcons.
Okay.
So he's relatively new. He hasn't been here, for more than a Madden, but yeah, he's
Right.
definitely putting his foot down now in that
Yeah.
division.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's see. Any game stand out? Packers versus the Vikings. Packers won that game 38-35 in week 6. That's one game that really. Oh, Chargers. Oh, I'm sorry. Chiefs and Jags. Like a good game. It was 49-47.
You also had Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, 41-45.
Yep, Bills won that game.
And Atlanta beats the Tampa Bay Bucks by 3. And
Right.
well, you always say Tampa Bay is a tough out, and you think JD Lewis right now is 10-1. That's one of those tough outs where a guy may have a bad record, and those are the type of games he'll lose. That's not an easy. He's going to smack somebody in the mouth if they see his record and don't actually scout him and see how his games were against good competition. So
yeah,
just something to look out for. Let's see.
Then I went to week 7. I don't know if y'all are still looking at week 6.
Week 7, okay.
Like I said, I was gonna skim through it. I know
Cincinnati put their foot in your butt.
I wasn't there. So whatever.
You on the team? That means it's not well maintained.
That Dallas Arizona game was good.
Oh yeah, they had to play it twice.
Bears lost to the 49ers, something that the Chiefs couldn't do. They couldn't beat the Bears, but the 49ers beat them. So
The Chiefs to the Chargers. That's what you're trying.
the Bears. I'm sorry, the Chargers. Man, whatever. Shut up.
Yeah. Get your jokes. Think of the joke, and then you present it.
Yeah, that was actually a tough game because he he said, make sure when you get on that podcast, you don't say you blew me out again. You won only by, what was it, 12 points? I said, yeah, you know what? Matt did say anything less than 14 points is not a blowout. So, yeah, it's not a blowout. But it was definitely a good game. We always that Bears defense. What's frustrating playing the Bears that week, I had a breakout message for one of my offensive guys, and their defense is so good. You're just happy to get down the field and score. You know what I mean? So it was just really, really bad timing. Obviously, I didn't get the breakout message for that guy because you just, you end up losing the game trying to get your guy that breakout, be successful in that breakout. But we're happy to win that game. We all know week 8. Let's see.
In week 8.
Yeah, let's see anything stand out.
That Buffalo Indy game.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah, that was a close game.
I'm trying to think what. Yeah, really close actually.
Oh, shoot, the Ravens and the Texans. Ravens won that 14-7.
Yeah, I think
he ran clock.
No, what? No, he got
opened.
he got the forced win for that one. They disconnected. And he got disconnected from when they were playing. The guy said, just give me the forced win.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing else.
Nothing else really.
Week 9.
That's
Rams beat the Cards.
That was important because the Rams are in the playoff hunt right now.
Really? Oh yeah. You just lose to the Rams.
We're not on that week yet, sir.
That's a little too early.
Yeah, we're not on that week.
You don't want to talk about it.
Hey, I play Tranks next week.
That Giants Washington game was a good game.
Yeah. Tiger had to pull out all the stops for that one. I was watching that game. Really good game. Defensively,
Buffalo, Miami was
they
good
shut
too, right?
down that team. So Dallas, Miami. Oh
No,
yeah,
Buffalo, Miami, because he posted a clip on that one.
he was upset.
Oh
He
yeah.
was so upset. He was running a cover
That
four and the guy did a double move and beat him.
Yep.
cover for matching principles. That'll gotta get you if you don't make the right adjustments.
Yeah. So week 10, Jets Buffalo, another close one, 30-35.
Hey, I
He
know
lost.
Dorian getting stretched out, man. He just,
Right.
he got gray hair by now, man.
He lost both of them, but both of them were nail biters.
Mm.
That New Orleans Indianapolis game that they actually played.
I actually watched this game, and there was so many lead changes in this game. It's probably one of the best games of the week that I watched. Serious.
What game?
The Saints and Colts game. Colts had to bounce back from a loss that they just took recently. And, everybody rolls into New Orleans thinking it's going to be an easy dub. And, dude, they were both in the chat, too, talking to each other when the guy was broadcasting. So it was awesome listening to him talk about how this was a close one. The lead changes in that was big. New Orleans pulling that out was definitely a testament to the owner still playing out his games versus going on AP. Respect for that. But excellent game to watch.
Also, Seahawks beating the Browns.
Did you actually play that game, or were you on?
Yeah, I played that game.
Was that a
yeah.
close game?
I played
31-24, 7 points.
No, that's the end of the score. Like, how was it during the game?
He said, "Was it a close game?"
Yeah, he scored. He was up by 2 touchdowns. I scored in the fourth quarter to get 24 points, but he had control of that game.
Yeah.
Mm.
I couldn't stop his offense.
Pittsburgh and
You
Arizona.
did. You did a good job, dude. You got a golden star.
I played AP. I played the CPU.
I miss
Okay.
you, Harris, man. I miss you, dude.
Been working, man. I just got off today, this afternoon. Yep. Working out. All right.
Week 11.
Let's see. Oh,
man.
49ers losing to the Rams this week.
There we go. You want to talk about that?
Not really.
Well,
Because I was going to lean on you
Mistakes were
terribly.
made.
uh,
That's it. Mistakes were
I
made.
do my best to never take away from another owner's victory, but I got to be honest. I was literally in the middle playing Call of Duty in the middle of the day with Tiger, and hey, you just got off. You want to play? And out of respect for him, he's a essential personnel. He works in the medical field. He works like doubles on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I had to try to squeeze that one in because I really didn't want to play the computer. It'd just be cheap because he'll go on AP if he can't play. And my division, I look forward to every single game. So I said, all right, fine. And I played that game with like 15 minutes warm up. And if you watch that video, you could tell I probably one of the worst games I've played that I can remember. And I'm never doing that again. If there's not enough time, I just won't play the game. We'll just have to reschedule. In order for this playoff run to mean something, if you look at the stats, the standings, at this point, that loss puts me in jeopardy now, especially with having the looking at the remainder in my schedule. It's not easy, especially still having Matt, left on my schedule. Dude, that game, I had to win that game, and But all credit goes to the Rams. They shut me down probably 3 of the 4 quarters, and I probably got my act together in the fourth quarter. So that I need at least an hour or so warm up.
You threw 3 interceptions. You had 5 sacks, brother.
Yeah. It was terrible. It was just.
He pulled it up on the big screen.
Yeah, I deserve it though. I had full control over it, so couldn't get anything done. Couldn't run, couldn't pass.
Garoppolo, not Garoppolo. Jared Goff is 20 of 26. 70.
Only had 12 attempts on the ground. I look like the Rams. The Rams at 13. The Rams outrushed me in that game. That lets you know what that game was.
He outrushed you?
He outrushed me. He had 13 attempts. I had 12.
He only had
He had a
11
touchdown.
yards.
He had a
That's not
touchdown. I
outrushing
didn't.
you.
He had
I mean,
more.
he had more.
rushed.
That's not outrushing you. Maybe your wording was wrong on that one. I mean, he did get
He
one
had more-
touchdown.
He had more
11
rushes
yards,
than
he got
I
one
did.
touchdown.
Yes.
No, whatever.
He did 11 yards, 13 attempts, one touchdown. Wow. Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Okay,
That's
Drake.
big.
Yeah. Just bad. It's just a
Nick
bad
Bolton.
day by me.
How did he get John Ross though? Man.
How did he
Let's
get
go.
Yeah, who gave him? Whoever
It's
gave him John
Billups.
Ross, we got to talk.
Was it Billups?
someone traded
Billups
him?
did it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that
We
gave
should
him
never
Metcalf.
give the Rams the fastest wide receiver. Every year he gets the fastest wide receiver and just make him a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got DK Metcalf too. DK caught an amazing catch that game. An
Yes, he
amazing
did.
catch. He broke 2 tackles and ran it in. And you just hear Tranks in the background like, oh my God.
Yeah, people say that's why they like watching my broadcast.
His commentary,
Going
during,
off.
if anybody
hilarious.
doesn't know, his commentary during games are hilarious. Literally, I had to watch his version of the Super Bowl. Like, that was funny as hell. Funny.
Yeah. So let's see. We're going back. That was week 11. Anything else stand out week 11?
Oh, goodness. I know it's coming.
What?
Nothing. I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, you beat
I
the
won.
Broncos.
I
Denver-
won, but I don't want
Denver escaped
That
out of
was
LA
a
with a win.
terrible game by me. Terrible game by me.
Putting
I
up over
thought
20
Cole was
points.
supposed to be on. Yeah. Pretty defensive game.
Yeah. The pass game was kind of shut down. And
Yeah.
the run game looked like you both kind of had a good day on the ground. Bradley had 128 on 17 carries, and Gordon was held to 105 on 18 carries, 1 touchdown. So
He still got 100 yards. He wasn't particularly held. He did what he was supposed to do.
do I really got to bring up
Cheat
how many
code.
yards he gets on average, or are we going to stop this right now? Because you need to just stop it.
My ball carrying
That
vision was
Jordan-
off that game. I can honestly say
That
that.
Jordan
I made a
name
lot
needs
of
to come
mistakes.
up. Just stop it. He averages like 250, 300 yards a game. So him having 105 yards is him being held to 105 yards. Shoot. If Bradley doesn't fumble that ball, that hit by Derwin James, we remember that. I'm
Yes,
telling you
sir.
right now.
It wasn't Derwin James, was it?
Oh yeah.
That was
No,
Derwin James. It was
Derwin
Derwin.
James that hit him, but the recovery was somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Um,
thinking about that quarterback fumble.
They didn't give Derwin James that second forced fumble. Remember? He had
Correct.
2 forced fumbles. They didn't give him that second one for some reason. I don't know what happened with that one.
They
Because
can't
it's
get the
cheat
cheat code
code.
everything.
Yeah.
But it was a good game to watch, though. Definitely a good game.
Yeah, it was closer than what I
Expected it to be?
Yeah, I was a little uncomfortable with that game. A little uncomfortable.
And the
But usually
Ravens,
once I
Bills,
get out, that's it. Yeah, oh yeah, that was a great game.
that was
Oh,
a
wow.
phenomenal game.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Let me just, I'm going to put him out there on Front Street. He came in our party like, oh yeah, we about to get this on with the Bills, right? I said, oh, you sounding kind of confident. He's like, yeah, well, we got to do a little something. He got in there. First off, I think after the first quarter, he jumped off the party. And then every time I turn around, it seemed like Buffalo was returning a pick for a touchdown. It was insane, man.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson had 4 picks. Now, how many touchdowns did they return those? Where are the interceptions? Leon Jacobs had 1. Ed Reed Jr. had 1. Trey Waynes had 1. Lamar Covington, the
Ed
rookie,
Reed
had
Jr.?
1. Yeah.
I mean, he had a terrible second and third quarter.
Oh, there was only one return for a touchdown, but he got big yards on almost every return.
Wow, Ed Reed Jr. and he's on the Bills. That's just disrespectful versus the Ravens.
He probably changed that name just for that game.
No, he's been like that for a while.
He's been like that
He
for
had
a
that
while.
guy for a while. Yeah.
All right, that's funny.
Dude is 6
Shout
foot
out to
2.
D.
Wow.
Now, here's the thing. The reason why that was such a big surprise is looking at the Bills' track record. They've been taking some losses and having some real tight games. And we're talking about the guy who was supposed to go to the AFC Championship last year. We expected this to be a runaway, and they got in that game and just did their business. It was a phenomenal game, phenomenal work put together, plan put together by Dorian Gray. So I was happy to have witnessed that game. Any other Week 11 stand out to you?
Did Miami and New England actually play?
No.
Nah.
They did? That's pretty close.
Nope.
Green
Bullock
Bay.
Set the sticks
Wow.
down.
Green Bay is 1 point losers to the Minnesota Vikings. And Green Bay, they were like number 1, number 2 seed last year. That's a big loss.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they're tied for the second place in the division, and you know they are reeling this year.
Hey, Laura King said that Dorian definitely did his thing in that game.
Yeah, definitely. Atlanta 17-10 over New Orleans. You know what I mean? These guys at the end of the year with bad records still fighting hard. You know what I mean? And holding Atlanta 17-10 shows, you know, like I said, just that pride in their game. Let's see, I think it stands out. Houston, Tennessee. Tillman was able to pull that one out by 8 points.
Oh,
Texans.
wow. Freeman, 6
Yeah.
attempts for 18 yards. That means Melvin's back on top.
Now, the sad thing about that Steelers-Bengals game, Bengals had 152 total yards in that game.
So,
I mean,
where did they get all their score from?
pick.
God,
Yeah.
They had more defensive yards than offensive yards.
Dang, it was all in the second quarter. 28 points.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was a frustrating game to watch.
Yep.
Lane
In fact,
Worthington.
that's the game that made Bullock sick of playing Madden.
You watched that game.
He came into a party. He said, "I started watching that game. I just couldn't stand even watching anymore. I'm setting the sticks down for the rest of Madden."
Jacoby Brissett, 46 yards passing. 46 yards passing. Let's see what the rushing game looked like. Mixon had 100 yards on 10 carries. But wow, man, all the offense was on defense. That is insane.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Darius Phillips with 2.
And if I would have kept him 2 yards shorter, TJ Watt would be a X factor.
Ooh, wow. Greedy Williams and Jesse Bates both had touchdowns on defense. Wow. Tough Week 11.
that was a good game I had against the Colts. Yeah.
55. You were up by 20. What are you talking about? Good game.
Yeah, I know. I had a good game.
You had a good game.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Harris. Hey, just shut up, buddy.
I didn't say anything. I'm not playing devil's advocate like Tiger right now. I'm not doing that.
This is the game I had with the Jets that set me off with the X Factor players. The damn quarterback.
Oh, Sam Darnold. Oh, my God. Sam Darnold, 444 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I couldn't stop Mr. Anderson here.
Yeah, that's his number 1 guy right there.
Oh, my goodness.
16
Really?
catches, 283. Oh, my God.
Like,
Dude, I had-
triple team. That's one person.
Dude, I had one play. You can, if he was on here, I had one play where I had 4 guys on him, He still threw it to him, and I couldn't. They wouldn't give me the pick. It just hit my dude's hand and fell. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And then
Hey,
another play
I'm
I had
assuming you
where,
didn't replay that, huh? You didn't save that replay, huh?
man, I was so mad about that game.
oh, you ain't saved that one, huh?
And then I had one where I had pass interference. I picked the ball off, but they gave me a pass interference.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, come on, man. And then the next play, he scores a touchdown with Anderson.
283 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's for goddamn
Yep.
ridiculous,
It looked
man.
like he was playing the
If you-
computer and just throwing to one guy.
He was. That's all he
if you
did.
can't stop the receiver, pressure the quarterback.
Man,
That's all you-
I would go to pressure to the quarterback, and he would kill me with those slants. I'm like, man, I have no defense. I don't have a defense like you do. Their Chargers.
Hey, look,
I don't have a defense like the Broncos.
You
Y'all
don't
got
have to. My
superstars
defense
and X
was
factor players. I got
My-
duds.
my defense was weak when I first started season 1, and I built them up.
Yeah, well,
So you just got to know how
you
to
had
use
cheat
them.
code from day one.
My name is Debo, and I built them up.
Hey man, chill out, Dill. If I take your chain.
Yeah, that game was frustrating, man, because I actually was. I think I jumped ahead of him. No, I didn't. Yeah, in the fourth, and then they scored that last touchdown with some out route with that Anderson. I was like, damn it,
Mm.
and I lost the game.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Wow.
Really, Dill? Must have really missed me over there. Say all that stuff.
Moving on to week 12.
Oh man. Oh,
Let's see. We got a
boy.
lot of games played.
I can't deny this game cannot be not skipped over. Like the Steelers at Titans. Like I gotta say, Mike played phenomenal. I'm using Trank's words, phenomenal. That game, he played lights out, and yeah, I definitely was enjoying that one, even though I did fall asleep.
I do got to ask about that KC and Green Bay game. Y'all see
Oh
that?
man,
No, I didn't watch it.
No defense was played whatsoever. Oh my goodness, 67 and 57. That's got to be the highest score game in the league so far this season.
Probably, yeah. Jesus. Let's see.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
I don't see nothing really that stands out. Maybe Carolina and Atlanta that was a user game, I believe. Not broadcasted, obviously.
It's actually a pretty close game.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's got 10 wins, but I remember he had 2 computer games early in the season where he racked up almost 700 yards rushing. But outside of that, I mean, he's been playing his games the way he's supposed to. I'm talking about the Falcons now.
Mm.
He beat the Jags, Titans, Vikings. That was a good win. Texans he lost to the Colts. He beat the Bucks, Lions, Saints. So his schedule hasn't been that strong. And I'm almost sure the Eagles was a computer game. No, that wasn't a computer game. No, it wasn't. Dude, we missed this one.
Yeah.
We thought we were going to have to penalize his monkey ass. And Zay contacted Pete about the same. And I said, I talked to Zay. That's what I talked to Zay. I said, Zay, ask him. You get his ass beat by 50? That's what I said. Say just like that to him. He's like, yeah, man, I couldn't stop that dude. That's what Pete said. He crushed him early. 21 points in the first, 24 in the second, and kind of dialed it back. 10 in the third and 3 in the fourth. But yeah, that was a whooping. I mean, he's been just doing what he's supposed to do: win his games, make the playoffs, and he's probably gonna try to make a run in the playoffs because his remaining schedule is the Falcons. He's got the Packers. He plays at Green Bay, which isn't going to be easy, right?
That's gonna be a good game.
And the Packers need this game. The Panthers, the Falcons really don't. Packers need it if they want to make the playoffs, especially with the 49ers record with their 2 losses, and I think the Packers have 4 losses right now. So they need that game. You got the Panthers If the Panthers want a shot to make the playoffs, they have to win this game. So they're playing at Carolina. They're playing the 49ers. 49ers cannot afford to win. I'm talking about myself, obviously, in third person, but the 49ers cannot afford to not lose another game because they got to keep pace with the Seahawks, assuming they beat the Seahawks, right? They still have to win this game so the Seahawks can't stay ahead of them. Then they've got the Bears. The Bears are trying to compete for that number 1 seed, so that's going to be a good head-to-head match. I mean, they're going to have to earn it these last 5 games, man. Bucks, and you see how the Bucks they played the first time. They only won by 3 points, 25-22 against the Bucks week 6. So their last 5 games, it looks treacherous. So I'm going to keep my eye on them Falcons. Keep my eye on them Falcons. They've done well though. Let's see anything else stand out week 12. Or was that it? Let's see. Oh yeah, you almost beat Buffalo, Hossein. What happened in that game? You look like you were up.
I'm still sobering up from that game.
He about to say something about the X Factors on his team too.
Nah, he ain't got no X factors.
You were up 24-7 in the first in the half.
He came back. He shut me down in the fourth quarter. Like he said, Carr was hot, and then the fire department put him out.
Buffalo Fire Department said no more.
Yeah, he had the picks towards the end messed me up.
3 picks.
Yeah, I didn't have any picks going into the fourth, and I think they were all in the fourth where he, his defense, he buckled down and got the turnovers he needed, and then I couldn't stop his offense.
You're still trying to figure out who you want to hand the ball off to between Paul and Jacobs.
Yeah, well, I was actually, because Paul's a little faster, so I was I was getting him on a couple of plays where I was going inside with Jacobs and outside with Paul, of course, and a couple of plays I broke some long runs, got me in position, scored, and then Carr had a couple nice passes that got me some TDs. I know there's a few that he had some defensive players in position for picks. He just took control of them at the wrong time and got him out of place. And I had big plays off of it, but it was a good game. I mean, I was up big, and I think I shouldn't have kept passing. I should have started running.
Yeah, that's why I picked that up. I was like,
man,
didn't see much on the ground, especially with a lead like that.
Yeah,
kind of your only enemy at that point is the clock. But yeah, that's pretty much 12 weeks. 12 weeks in FNG, and we got 6 games left. So what time is it now? 8 o'clock.
I play my game Tuesday at 8, I think. 7 or 8.
Tuesday.
Yeah. He's celebrating anniversary. You already know,
Oh yeah. I did. I saw it on Facebook. Congrats on that.
Yep.
I actually play the Cardinals tonight at 10.
I'll watch it with my eyelids closed.
Well, my game's recorded, sir.
My last couple games are gonna be iffy, especially if the week doesn't advance until Wednesday, because I'll be on the road taking my son to Texas.
School.
Hey, Hossein, no excuses, brother. No excuses.
Wow, he really hit you with that
one. Man.
All right. So Tranks.
Yes, sir.
No, you did say you want to do a top 10.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a while, and it's kind of due. A lot of teams have won and lost.
But you ain't the Chargers. I'm gonna stop here. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, Harris. My bad.
No, go ahead. Keep it up, Tiger.
So somebody gotta be Tiger right now. He ain't on the show right now, so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the excuse, huh?
Yep.
Let's see how close you got it.
All right. I'll read off the top 10 week. Let's say 3. Right. It was Chargers, 49ers, Seahawks, Broncos, Bears, Colts, Patriots, Vikings, Falcons, and rounding out with the Browns.
Brown still should be in the top 10.
Well,
Oh,
let's see if there's any room
Don't
for
die
them.
over there.
I'm sorry.
Brown's still in the top
Number
10.
one.
Shut up.
Number one. Let's see. I guess we got to say what, the Chargers, number
Yep.
one.
Yeah,
I don't
you got me
see-
number one in the standings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat the Broncos, who was undefeated. Because he was
Yes.
number one after I lost.
Okay. Number two. Who you guys like? Seahawks, Falcons, or Broncos?
I will always
I like
ride with
the-
the Seahawks.
I'm gonna
Seahawks.
ride
Okay.
with yeah, okay.
Who would you say?
I mean, for me, it was like a tie between the Broncos and Seahawks.
Yeah, I think I would go with the Broncos this season. He's just been a little bit more dominant in his games than the Seahawks have been.
The Seahawks' only loss is to the 49ers, right? Who's the
Yep.
Broncos' only loss? You know what? You're
Chargers.
right. I'll go with that. We'll put the Broncos at number two because they lost to a guy above them versus Seahawks losing to a guy below them. 10-1. And number three, we have Seahawks. At 9-1. And who you guys like at 4? Falcons, right?
Gotta be the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And who you like at number 5? I guess the 49ers because they beat the Bears head to head.
Yep.
Them Bears.
Okay.
Then Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Redskins.
Then
The
I'll put
Bills.
Bills.
Yep.
Yeah, because he actually beat the Ravens.
Okay. Number 9.
Patriots.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Patriots, yeah. It's either Patriots, Rams, or Ravens. Ravens?
I'm going to go with Ravens.
I will go with the Ravens.
What,
I
for
mean,
10?
If Patriots, Rams, or Ravens with 4 losses, I can't see putting any of those teams above the Ravens. Even though the Ravens just lost to the Bills, I'm telling you, I'd say the Ravens could beat all those teams. All of them. Prove me wrong.
Bills just beat them.
No, you got ranked the,
And the
ranked the
Bills are
Bills.
above them.
He had to
You
bring
ranked
that
them
up.
above I'm saying the Ravens beat all those teams easily.
I think the Browns
Anybody
should be number
disagree?
10.
That's
Hey,
the
Mike,
negatory.
Make Dill happy.
Hey, Mike, kick rock. You and that cat.
So Ravens, Patriots. Patriots at 10 or Rams at 10?
Patriots.
Patriots, okay. Well, the Rams play the Seahawks this week. So the Rams could change their standing if they beat the Seahawks this week. So I think that's probably right. So let me reread the list. Chargers, number 1. Broncos, number 2. Seahawks, number 3. Falcons, number 4. 49ers, number 5. Bears, number 6. Redskins, number 7. Bills, number 8. Ravens, number 9. And the Patriots rounded out at 10.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Good job.
Yep. Sounds
Definitely
great.
good job.
Excellent. All right.
JD
all right.
said Falcons
The
putting his
last-
foot down in his division.
Last topic was we're going to talk about the upcoming Madden.
Yeah, this was a request by the owners.
Yep.
Asked what they wanted the show to talk about. So might as well bring that up.
Yes, sir.
And honestly, we all kind of know because Dorian posted something in the chat about the new Madden 21 that's coming out. Let me sit up because I didn't know I was on I was definitely chilling.
Let it all hang out.
I was definitely chilling. And I think Keith Mullins, the Jags owner, also put something there. But only thing we really care about is the changes in franchise mode, right? We don't really care about any Ultimate Team stuff or anything like that, because the engine's not changing. Graphics probably won't change very much. You know, it was coronavirus season, so they didn't really have much time to change a whole lot. And looking at the changes in franchise, here's what I was read off to me, and I put down. They put down that Madden 21 is needs to be considered a live service. They expect 2 or 3 title updates over the next couple months. You know, from the launch date, which is August 28th, I think. You can get it 25th if you want to get it early. And those title updates are usually the significant updates that give you the changes, like new X factors, changes in well, not roster changes, but major changes to the game will happen during these title updates. They're massive downloads too, and that should make some changes because they'll add X factors during that time, and when those X factors are released or made available to us. Because I think there was a defensive X factor that there was a big problem with in the beta, and they took it out. So you know they're still working with it because it's going to be in the game, but you know they're changing it. So it's kind of the Omaha version on defense, where you can see the offense. So
Derwin James not gonna have X factor.
No, he's gonna gotta deal with him. Cut it out.
Probably. Another thing I saw on there is they want to make a big change to historical player performances, meaning essentially, you know how you'll get a player on your team, you won't have any idea how they did on the other teams. Well, now statistically, you'll be able to see how well he did when he was with the 49ers or the Raiders or whatever team he was on. That's something that's newer that we didn't have before. Before, his stats would all zero out unless he was on your team the entire time. And the only other significant thing that to me affects us, because we only really play online franchise. We don't play any of those other modes really. The new commissioner tools, the things the commissioners can do to help Hossein and I, you know, edit the league and change things. Speaking of that, I want a number change, Hossein. Maybe you can just change it for me, unless you want me to give the power to you. But commissioners now can undo transactions, trades, and contracts, which is something we never really had the option to do, except we could undo a contract or we can edit contracts. Commissioners didn't have the power to do that. That's something that Hossein and I almost never did because we didn't want to really, we need the people to pay for whatever contract they give the person. We don't want to make it too easy to revert, you know, and then people just be given the contracts anything and then, you know, don't have to pay for the fact that they had the guy out there, giving them a big contract. But the ability to undo a transaction will also protect the league against someone who decides to release a bunch of players or they do a trade that wasn't approved, you know, that type of thing. The other thing that they have in there, or at least another thing for the commissioners, they say we can approve trades. Now, that doesn't affect us too directly because we already have a trade committee in this league. So most owners are mature enough because of the penalties not to do a trade that's not authorized by the trade committee. But now, assuming that the functionality doesn't get more detailed than just approve, disapprove, the commissioners can, you know what would be nice? Here's what would be a wish list for me as a commissioner. It would be nice to put other people as commissioner powers and make that the only power they could do. So the trade committee can approve or disapprove a trade, you know, on there. So, you know, I don't know what that functionality is going to be because they didn't go into detail, but that's maybe a wish list of mine. And another functionality of commissioner powers that I didn't think was redundant, reset game if disconnected, the commissioners can do. Now, I don't know exactly what that means because they did not go into detail, but I believe this means if a person is disconnected or just the fact that the commissioners have the power to reset a game. So, if a guy scores 100 points against a computer, let's say, and we just didn't want that to happen, we reset the game before we advance to make it 0-0, and then we make it a computer or a force win if you want. Just kind of give us the power to change crazy things that happen in the game.
That's nice.
So, hopefully it's as robust as I want it to be. But we'll see. But that's really the only changes in the new Madden, other than the brand new X factors. And anyone can look that up. I'm not gonna read off a whole bunch of X factors that people don't even know if they're on the team yet, and that's still kind of TBD, because whatever's in the beta could be changed by the time it's released. So, but that's all the news that I had in reference to the new Madden. I don't know if anybody else had anything else on that.
The release date. Did you say that?
Yes, I did. It's
Mhm.
August 28th. No, I could have probably said the wrong date by mistake because I mess up
Yeah,
all the
fine.
time. August 28th. If you obviously if you pre-order it, you can get it 3 days early. August 25th. So, and people who were maybe they had this question about when the season started, and they were worried about the speed of the season and this Madden running into the next Madden. And one of the vets, I think it was Kyle Barrett, the Vikings owner, we almost never start the league immediately.
Right.
Because there are roster updates because of preseason. Now, there is no preseason in the NFL this year, but the playoffs have changed as well, too. So I don't know when the actual start of the NFL season is. I probably should have looked that up, but we kind of want to wait as a league for that date, because the rosters will be final then. I believe personally, and this is total non sequitur, but I believe the NFL should raise the game day roster from 53-man roster, which is really actually a game day roster is 46, but they should remove it from a 53-man roster and make it like a 73-man roster. Because you're gonna, with COVID, you're gonna have so many guys getting sick and going to be 14 days out. And you got to have somebody to put, and unless they make a special IR for COVID, to me, you're going to need the extra roster spots. Right. I didn't read anything about a massive increase to the roster. I think the roster might be increased to like 57, but that's, to me, not enough players. Because one person contracts it, it could, they could have been, what is it when you're walking around with it? What's it called?
Asymptomatic.
Yeah, you could be asymptomatic, and then after that, 5 people get sick. And to me, you need extra roster spots for an emergency, and I don't think the NFL is prepared for that. But maybe because everybody's young and strong, and they think that they're not going to get sick, and they're just a new body. Put them on IR and replace them with somebody else. I don't know, but we'll see. And did I mention the playoff change too? 2 major changes to the NFL that I hope to see in this new Madden. The extra playoff team, there's only going to be 1 bye. That's happening this year. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's going to be the 1 seed gets the bye. Everybody else has to play, and that would have to change in Madden. But I guess that's a programming thing. Shouldn't be too hard. And Washington losing the Redskins title now to the Washington football team, that's going to have to be programmed into that too. So I hope that they make that change, because that would, they're supposed to be authentic. They had to make that change.
That changes the first title update.
That changes the there you go.
Yep. They said that they're making that change in the first title update.
So when they say they're making that change, here's another pushback question. Are they changing the insignia as well and leaving it blank with the numbers on it, and changing the end zone without and all the paraphernalia around the stadium, and you know what I mean? The insignia is everywhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just wonder if they're going to change that as well on the title update versus just the vocal, hey, the Washington football team versus what they were used to be called. I don't know, but that's something to look forward to and see what they're going to do. But outside of that, anybody got anything else on the new Madden? Anything you're
No.
looking for?
I'm just looking forward to the having a number one running back. Who
Oh.
who I'm not going to trade.
Got a question. Who in this party is going to have a launch day Xbox Series X?
I am planning on it.
I'm gonna do it.
Where my
So
bank account work? No, I'm playing. I don't know yet.
So
I'm pulling money out
unsure.
of Dillard's bank account to pay for mine.
Unsure.
So
We have two that say they're going to get it. One said unsure. Hosian?
Probably not.
No. So we got two yeses, one unsure, one no. Me, I plan on getting it, but not launch. I don't like getting a launch system. It's the first launch system that I got, which was the Xbox One. No, not the Xbox One. The Xbox 360 failed. And, you know, I kind of brought another one and just swapped it out and put it back. Got my money back.
Oh, you going to jail now? You just said that
was-
on national TV.
I
That was
remember
back-
those days.
That was back when Circus City was still out. And you know,
Remember
I didn't
playing
feel like-
Halo 2
I didn't
days
feel like
before it was released. Oh.
I didn't feel like dealing with the manufacturer's warranty and waiting because I had a league to run. You know what I mean? And my Xbox 360 is still actually running upstairs. And my Xbox One, when that came out, I waited until the spring. Everyone got it that year, but I waited until the spring to get mine. I didn't get it when it came out. And I think I'm going to do something similar. I don't know. I'm kind of a crackhead, so I might get it, you know, anyway. But I know, just in case
Crackhead.
people didn't know, when it comes to the video games, I'm a crackhead. I gotta have.
Right.
I'm a technophile. So I want the latest stuff. So, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, I don't foresee myself getting it right away. But you know, if that changes, I'll let you guys know. But that's it. That's all I got. Dill still there?
Did he go to sleep? I don't know.
He's 5 and 5, so I don't know.
Do you have control, Hosian?
Yeah, my bad, fellas.
Oh,
Mhm.
Man, whatever. Here.
5 time.
It is
I
5 times,
remember
5
what I
times.
wanted to
Yeah,
say.
hold on.
I remember what I wanted to say.
Oh snap!
Anyone who pre-orders a download of the game will get a free download for the next Madden on the next Madden Series X. And people had a question about, I think I brought this up last show, but it's worth repeating. Are we going to do Madden on the new system when it comes out? I don't have the answer to that, which is why I'm leaning more towards getting one at launch, because we need to know if the Madden Series X game will be allowed to play with the Madden Xbox One in the same league. If that's the case, then the transition won't hurt. People can have a new one and play in the old server. But if what I think is going to happen is it's going to be completely new servers and they're not going to be able to coexist because the graphics are different. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking that it's going to be completely different. And what we have to do, we have to vote as a league whether or not we want to restart the entire league when the new Madden comes out. And I would think we'd at least need to have, because you know our votes have to be 2/3, right, or 75%. And we at least have 24 owners with the Xbox One at launch, and
Right.
I don't think that's going to happen. So, but I hope that answers that question. I think we're going to stay on the Madden for this Madden on Xbox One for the remainder of 21, unless 24 out of 32 owners say they have the one and they want to restart the season, or the Xbox One Series X works well with the Xbox One, and when they can just join our division via the gamer tag, join our league via the gamer tag. So I don't know what they're actually going to do, and I haven't seen anyone answer that question online yet. I'll probably try to hit somebody up on Twitter and see if I can get an answer.
Here we can end this with I got some clips if you guys want to put up the highlight reels.
Oh, okay.
I got a couple. Dill has one. Mike has some. Philly has some. I don't see anything
why not?
from Sydney.
I got some in there. Should be, I think.
Me.
I think I do.
I don't see any in the club.
I probably
Those are the
didn't
only
upload
ones that count.
them.
All right,
Well,
hold on.
I'll pass.
Yeah, but I guess
You can upload some Call of Duty highlights.
There you go.
Yeah, that ended up costing me a loss at Call of Duty.
Here's one. I think this was what Dill's.
Oh, I guess the Steelers. Sorry, Mike.
Hey, it's all good.
Good. In 20. Hey, let's get that ball. Let's get that ball right here. First down, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
I didn't see him dancing on top of my dude.
His 10th touchdown.
Yeah, but he got injured that game too.
That's
There's
the best you've ever
one
looked,
out-
Bill. Wow.
Out for 5
Let's
weeks.
see. Which one do you want, Trank? Is it better?
Oh, shoot, my laptop. About to
Who's it against?
I think this is Giants.
Sure. Why not?
Wow.
said
Wow. Oh my goodness.
It's over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every.
Now Barkley stripped of the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
He ran
Tiger
2
didn't
plays.
roar.
Oh, poor Tigers. I just can't win.
Here's one for Mike.
Here's something we don't see very often.
That push it. Let me see if I find another one here. Do you have
Y'all
one
make me
here?
want to
What's this
upload.
one?
No, actually, I want to see my Washington catch over the Seahawks.
Oh, I think I saw this one. Here it is.
Yep. That one's an awesome one.
Tranks, you got some other ones in here.
Well, we have a big run by what's his name? Eckler.
What clip is that?
1, 2, 3. It's the 4th one down. No, 4th one. If you count the first 4. No, it's not in all black. It's the other one. 2 over. You're right there. Big play number 2.
Against the Giants?
Yeah.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys low.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Austin Eckler, 76 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100.
All right. We'll take those out.
Yeah, but definitely a good hookup. You know what we're probably going to have to do is we have to set this up so that we have a string of highlights uploaded and then merged together maybe.
Yeah. Did he drop off?
I think Dill said his battery died.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm assuming you're the host.
yes.
I guess you have to end it. It was a good show, fellas, though. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Happy we were able to get this one done after a while. To go over 8 weeks. So, till we see you guys again,